everybody, and welcome to part 12 of What If Izuku Midoriya Had an Anti-Quirk Sword, like us as from Black Clover, but adapted into the My Hero Academia universe. Oh, that statement isn't truly accurate anymore because it kind of evolved into its own concept since I started the series. If you haven't seen the previous parts, there'll be a link in the description below and in the annotation above. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and if you enjoy the video, please Nebraska smash that like button to show your support if you want to see the show continue. After the exam and the extra training, the students, Midoriya's extra training, the students decide to go to the mall to buy supplies before the training camp, since Aizawa revealed that everyone gets to go, even if you fail the exam, although you have to work more. About 13 of them decide to go to the mall. Once they get to the mall, they divide into smaller groups, which each go do a separate thing. In the end, the only students remaining are Uraraka and Midoriya. Midoriya says, "Looks like it's just you and me left." Uraraka agrees and Midoriya asks her, "So, what are you going to shop for today?" "I want to find some heavier wrist weights so I can up my training." Uraraka says, "I mostly just need bug spray." Uraraka remembers what Yama told her in the practical exam and she rushes off, leaving Midoriya there alone. Midoriya stands there as somebody in the crowd recognizes him. Shigaraki walks up to him and says, "Oh, it's someone from UA. Nice. I want an autograph." Shigaraki puts his arm around Midoriya saying, "You were the one who got second place, the one with those weird weapons, right?" Midoriya answers, saying, "Yeah." Shigaraki asks, "Aren't you one of the students who ran into the hero killer and Hosu as well? You're practically famous." Midoriya says, "You sure do know a lot," as he kind of looks at his fan, and Shigaraki says, "What can I say? I'm just a big fan of yours," while putting his hand around Midoriya's neck. All but one finger, he says, "I can't believe I'm running into you again. It makes me think that it might not be a coincidence. No. This feels like it's destiny." "Alright, from your point of view, we haven't met since the attack on UA. Why don't we just spend some time catching up, Izuku Midoriya?" Midoriya, being very scared and nervous, says, "Tomura Shigaraki," kind of turning around looking at him. Shigaraki says, "Relax. Wipe that scared look off your face. I'm just an old friend who ran into you at the mall. I think we should have a conversation is all." Midoriya clenches his fists and says, "Fine, but somewhere private." Shigaraki threatens Midoriya if he tries to fight back or escape. Tomura takes Midoriya to a bank next to a fountain, and they sit down, while talking about the hero killer. During the conversation, Midoriya is using the new technique he learned, Ki, to try to figure out the best moment to strike. While Shigaraki talks about his problems with the hero killer, Midoriya summons a weapon. Shigaraki realizes, but by the time he does, it's a bit too late. Midoriya already gripped it and managed to push himself off Shigaraki, like get the hand off and everything. Shigaraki gets up saying, "You shouldn't have done that. I was serious about when I said I would kill you and as many people as I could in this mall." Midoriya, gripping his sword and grabbing a smaller blade, making a smaller blade, says, "You can try, but I will stop you, you know." Shigaraki laughs. People see Midoriya with his sword and recognize him from the sports festival. They then look at Shigaraki. Some people recognize him and start running away. Others just see other people running and run with them. Midoriya makes a plated armor out of his anti-quirk material, just summons it, so Shigaraki can't really use his quirk on him. Shigaraki laughs and says, "Now, you have to die. Today you, tomorrow, all might." And Shigaraki goes in for attack. Midoriya uses Ki, predicting Shigaraki's movements, evading him and hits his back, kind of pushing him forward. Shigaraki says, "Now you're making me mad, Midoriya." Midoriya looks at Shigaraki and, trying to smile, says, "The name's Deku." Shigaraki smiles and says, "Very well then, Deku. Die," and tries to attack again. The pattern of Shigaraki attacking and Midoriya evading repeats for a bit. Shigaraki attacks Midoriya, Midoriya just dodges. He is stalling for time since he knows he can't hurt Shigaraki because that's against the law, and he would be the villain in the case. So all he can do is stall for time. At UA, All Might gets a phone call. He picks up the phone and says, "Oh, it's Tsukauchi. It's been a long time." Tsukauchi says, "Sorry, All Might, there's no time for pleasantries. The League of Villains, or at least their leader, Shigaraki, has been spotted in Kiyashi Ward Shopping Mall." All Might says, "I'll be right there," and gets into his buff form running off to go help. Tsukauchi says, "We are organizing a team to go take him down." All Might? All Might, you there? He already left, didn't he? After a while of attacking, Shigaraki gets tired and switches strategies. He touches the floor, having it decay so Midoriya falls down. Doesn't work though, because Midoriya predicts this using Ki, and just before Shigaraki touches the floor, he jumps off so Shigaraki's range cannot get to him. At this point, Midoriya is thinking, if only I had a hero license, I could fight back. A distinct laughter is heard and someone says, "Everything's okay now. Why? Because I am here." And All Might lands in the middle of the mall, seeing Shigaraki and Midoriya. Shigaraki says, "Oh crap, it's All Might." Shigaraki goes in to attack All Might, but Midoriya jumps in front of the attack, blocking his path. Shigaraki smiles, touching Midoriya's chest plate, and then tries to disintegrate the armor. And then Midoriya saying to Midoriya, "You shouldn't have done that. Now it's time for you to die." But nothing happens. All Might looks at what's happening a bit confused. Shigaraki backs away a bit. Midoriya says, "All Might, good. Now that you're here," he thinks to a conversation that they had the day before. Oh right, he can't use his quirk for too long. The time limit thing, he thinks. All Might assist if you can. If not, please give me permission to battle with my quirk," he says. All Might says, "No need for that. I can take care of this evildoer by myself, young Midoriya." Midoriya says, you might be able to, but I can disable his quirk, making it a lot easier." All Might says, "Very well then, young Midoriya. You have my permission to use your quirk, at least this one time." A news chopper at this point in time pulls up, showing the fight as Midoriya goes in for an attack. Shigaraki barely manages to dodge it, but his evading is met by a Detroit smash that pushes him into the ground. Shigaraki starts getting up as the floor around him begins to crumble. Midoriya hits Shigaraki over the head with his sword and then uses the smaller blade he made before, the smaller knife thingy, and cuts Shigaraki in his upper arm. The floor stops decaying. Shigaraki turns to Midoriya madly and asks, "What did you do?" All Might says, "He disabled your quirk," as he punches Shigaraki over the head, knocking him out. In the following minutes, the police arrive and restrain Shigaraki, taking him into custody. Midoriya is given a pardon for the fight since All Might gave him permission, and before All Might came, all he did was defend himself and evade. At least for now, the heroes win the day. But these events have stirred the shadows, and things seem different in our future. I hope you all enjoyed the episode. Please if you did, please leave that like button if you did. Make sure to subscribe if you aren't already, and leave any suggestions, feedback, or criticism you may have in the comments. Until next time, have a nice day, everyone.